Crappie. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to today's show. We're out crappie fishing. Get a nice little bunch of eaters like this. We're gonna let this guy go before he gets the boat. So what we're doing out here, the water temp just hit 61 degrees today. First day, it's been cold for weeks. So we come out here, we're gonna try it. 61, 62 degrees is when the crappies start to spawn. They get pretty easy to catch. They're right up in the shallows. You just kind of look for any pencil reeds, kind of a mushy, sandy bottom at the same time. Pencil reeds, log jams, things like that will all collect these fish. And they're not really hungry. You're not necessarily getting feeding fish. What you're getting is angry fish. They're coming in to spawn and they're digging out their nests and they get very protective. Anything comes into the nest, they're just going to swipe at it and try to eat it. But it's pretty simple fishing. I got a 16th ounce jig head on here. Just a tube bait right on the bottom of it. And then we got a bobber up, depending on the depth you're fishing. I got about 1.5 feet here. And it's easy fish. You don't need to worry about keeping minnows. You don't need to worry about anything else. But we got a little log jam here. We're just tossing it out, getting as close as we dare without catching it. Letting it drop, sit for a couple seconds, and I just missed him. Just let it sit for a couple seconds. You don't want it to sit in one spot too long. They're pretty aggressive in this time of year. If you don't get a bite in a couple seconds, just give it a little pop. Let it sit for another couple seconds. A little pop. There we go. Good one. You see how he ate that? They're not hungry, they're just mad. And these are great to take the kids out. I mean, everything's right up by shore. There's a lot of guys behind us just fishing right offshore. It's very easy fishing. And if you're going to take some home and keep them, you can tell some of these are really black like this. These are the males. These are the ones you want to take home. Let those big females go. Let them lay their eggs. Let them go another year. These are the guys that taste better anyway. So basically what we're doing to find these fish early in the year like this is we're cruising right up tight to the shoreline, and right now I'm looking for log jams. I just caught a few fish off a log jam, so I'm going to kind of stick with that and see if this works here. And what you're looking for here is, I got a little stump field here, but I got a really big overhanging tree here with a lot of branches. It's a lot of cover, a lot of shade. It's a good spot for them to come up and start looking for a spot to build a nest. So, and you want to get as close as possible as you can to this wood. You're going to get stuck a bunch, you're going to lose a bunch of jigs, but they're small, they're cheap. This is the spots they want to be in. So sometimes you get a little daring and get right up in there, but you just work it pretty fast. If they're there, you'll get a fish pretty quick. Couple twitches, pull it back, get a different spot. There we go. Get out of there. Big old bass. Those get bonus fish too on these. This is a good time. Not too bad. He's a little bit on the small side, but we'll take him. We just gotta kiss him. Good luck. And the bass, you're gonna catch a lot of them doing this. The bass are on the same spot as the crappies right now. and their bite is identical. All you're gonna get for a crappie bite is your bobber's just gonna sink. Sunfish, you'll see it tapping. A lot of times, smallmouth, they have a hard time getting this in their mouth, but crappies, bass, you can get the same bite. It's just gonna, bobber's just gonna go down, and you just want to set the hook right away. What they do is they always feed up, and they just inhale the bait. There's no nibbling, there's no nothing with it. So you get a bite, set the hook. When you guys are looking at your lake maps, deciding where to go find some of these early spring crappies, big thing you want to look for is hot, warm water. You know, back alley bays in the lake, shallow runovers, backwater swamps. It doesn't look like there's anything in there. You only need 3-4 feet of water in a back bay to hold crappies in it. Said they're not in here looking for food or nothing. They just get spawning on their mind. So take a big map, look at that spot, and you can turn a really big lake into a small lake in a hurry. There's one. Alright. We moved a little bit different here. We're just doing the same thing except we're sight fishing them. They're up on a bed here. Another nice little crappie. So next time you're bored and you're sitting at home, get the family together and come out to these little backwater bays. Come get some nice crappies. There's sunfish, bass, everything out here. You guys will stay busy. You guys will have a great time in the water. Easy, super easy to do, cheap. It's fun. It's a snake. You're going to catch a lot of different fish like this, but big thing about this is you're fishing light line. I got 4-pound test on here, and you just be careful with it. I mean, you snap them off pretty easy. It's just a little northern. When you're fishing in these pencil reeds like this, like we just moved out here to these pencil reeds and hoping we can find a couple in here, but keep your rod tip high all the time. The higher your rod tip, the less give he's got. He can't really take you wherever he wants to go. Keep your rod tip high and your line tight and just kind of let the fish work his way out of his weeds. If you start wrenching and ripping and pulling on it, you're just going to lose him. It'll bust your line right away and you're going to have headaches all day. Another good crappie. It's been a fun day on the water, guys. And just remember, backwater bays, little jigs, and warm water equals a great time for everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this week's show of Fishing with Randin.